ever feel like you're constantly playing catch-up? Seeing everyone else's highlight reel and wondering why you're not further along? That tight knot of not enough in your stomach, it's a real feeling. But what if I told you that feeling, that sense of being behind, is actually a beautiful misunderstanding of how our minds and our lives truly thrive? Let's sit with that feeling for a moment. It's a quiet companion for so many of us, isn't it? That gnawing sense that we're standing still while everyone else is sprinting ahead. You see it when a friend from college announces a big promotion on LinkedIn, or when you open Instagram and see curated photos of a perfect vacation, a place you've always wanted to visit. In today's hyper-connected world, it feels like we're perpetually playing catch-up in a race we never even signed up for. This deeply human tendency isn't new. In the 1950s, a social psychologist named Leon Festinger introduced what he called social comparison theory. His idea was that we have this innate drive to understand ourselves, and one of the main ways we do that is by measuring ourselves against others. He described upward comparison, where we look at people we see as better than us, which often just highlights what we feel we lack. And then there's downward comparison, looking at those we see as less fortunate, which might offer a fragile boost to our self-esteem. This instinct might just be an echo from our evolutionary past, but the digital age has taken this natural tendency and amplified it to a profoundly unhealthy degree. The problem is what researchers call the highlight reel effect. We are quite literally comparing our full, messy, behind-the-scenes movie. There will be a pause here, with all its deleted scenes and bloopers, to someone else's polished movie trailer. Our brains aren't really built for this. They fall for cognitive biases, like assuming that a constant stream of perfect images represents a normal life, or that someone's smiling photo means they have a perpetually happy existence. And so, we're left with this constant low-grade anxiety, this feeling that we're falling behind, and we're left wondering. But this is where we arrive at that beautiful misunderstanding. That persistent feeling of inadequacy, it isn't a flaw in you. It's not a signal that you've taken a wrong turn. It is a profound misinterpretation of your own unique journey. For decades, the traditional view of human development was very linear, like climbing a ladder. Society told us we were supposed to hit certain milestones, a career, a marriage, a home, at specific pre-approved ages. It was a single, one-size-fits-all path. But that old model is crumbling. A new, more holistic, and frankly, more human paradigm is emerging. Researchers now recognize that development isn't a single highway. It's a network of multiple pathways. Our lives are shaped by our culture, our unique experiences, and the generation we're born into. Life isn't a straight line. It's a fluid, non-linear dance. This brings us to a wonderfully liberating concept, the personal timeline. Imagine your life not as a race, but as a bespoke masterpiece being crafted. Each person has a unique developmental path, a rhythm, and a set of experiences unfolding at their own perfect pace. There is no behind or ahead on this path because it's the only one of its kind in existence. When you compare your journey to someone else's, you're engaging in a futile exercise. It's like comparing the hidden, complex root system of your tree to the visible, polished fruits of another. You can't see the struggles, the droughts, the slow underground growth that it took for their fruit to appear. All this comparison does is steal your peace and rob your own tree of the energy it needs to flourish. This isn't just a comforting idea, it's a reality reflected in the lives of so many people we admire. Our culture is obsessed with overnight success, but history is filled with so-called late bloomers. Vera Wang didn't design her first wedding dress until she was 40,
Morgan Freeman only achieved real Hollywood fame in his 50s. Julia Child wrote her first cookbook at 50 after discovering her passion for cooking in her late 30s. And Colonel Sanders franchised KFC at 62. Their timelines weren't wrong. They were simply their own, unfolding exactly when they were meant to.
So, if we accept that we each have our own timeline, how do we learn to live by it? How do we embrace our own unique pace in a world that's constantly telling us to hurry up? The answer, surprisingly, may come from an ancient philosophy that has found a new relevance in our modern world: Stoicism. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless. It's a practical framework for finding calm and resilience. And one of its core principles is the dichotomy of control. The Stoics believed that everything in life falls into two categories: things that are within our control and things that are not. What's in our control? Our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions. What's not in our control? Almost everything else: the traffic, the weather, what other people think, and someone else's timeline. Another person's promotion, their engagement, their success, that is fundamentally 100% outside of your circle of control. Worrying about it, feeling anxious about it, is like getting angry at the rain. It's a waste of your precious energy. The Stoic practice is to gently but firmly bring your focus back to what you can control: your journey, your effort, your growth today. It's about a mindful disconnection from external pressures. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should, for you, with its own set of lessons and opportunities that are perfectly timed for your evolution. This means letting go of the absurdity of a universal should. The idea that you should be married by 30, or a vice president by 40, or have it all figured out. These are artificial benchmarks created by a culture of comparison. They are not laws of nature. The profound freedom and peace comes when you stop looking at external benchmarks and start trusting your internal compass, allowing your life to unfold authentically at its own unique tempo.
So this all sounds good in theory, but how do we make it a real living practice? Let's talk about 3 simple, actionable steps you can start taking today to reclaim your path. First, consciously audit your digital consumption. This means moving from being a passive consumer to an active curator of your own mental space. Take an honest look at your social media feeds. If an account consistently triggers that feeling of comparison, that sense of inadequacy, you have permission to unfollow or mute it. It's not about judging them, it's about protecting your own peace. Then actively seek out content that genuinely inspires you. Follow artists, thinkers, and creators who make you feel expanded, not diminished. You are the gatekeeper of your own mind. Second, practice daily gratitude for your own progress. This isn't just a nice idea, it's a way to literally rewire your brain. Neuroscience shows that gratitude is a powerful tool for what's called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to actually change itself. When you feel gratitude, your brain releases positive neurochemicals like dopamine and serotonin. One study even found that people who kept a gratitude journal showed increased gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for emotional regulation. The practice is simple. Every evening, write down 3 specific things from your day that you're grateful for. This simple act shifts your focus from a perceived lack to the quiet abundance already present in your unique life. And third, remind yourself of your timeline through journaling or affirmations. Our negative thought patterns, like "I'm behind," are like well-worn grooves in our brain. To change them, we need to consciously carve new ones. Journaling is a powerful way to do this. Take 5 minutes in the morning to write about your own path, honoring the lessons you've learned and setting an intention to trust your own pace. You can also use affirmations. An affirmation isn't magical thinking. It's about practicing a new belief until it becomes your default. Try this one. My timeline is a masterpiece in progress, unique to me and evolving perfectly in its own rhythm. Let it be the gentle voice that counters the loud noise of comparison.
Imagine what it would feel like to move through life with this understanding truly integrated into your being. Imagine waking up in the morning, not with a sense of pressure or deficit, but with a quiet confidence, going through your day unburdened by external expectations and the illusion that you need to keep up with anyone else. Finding joy not in chasing the next milestone, but in the texture of the present moment, in the unfolding of your own unique story. This is the promise of embracing your personal timeline. It leads to a profound transformation, a reduction in stress, a deep increase in self-compassion, and the discovery of an authentic joy that can't be found in external validation. The truth is, this feeling of being behind is a symptom of looking outward for our sense of worth. But true fulfillment is and always has been an inside job. So let this be my heartfelt message to you today. You are not behind. You are not ahead. You are exactly where you need to be. Your journey, with all its twists, its detours, its quiet moments, and its sudden bursts of growth, is not a mistake. It is a sacred, unfolding masterpiece. Your own. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to join our community here at TrueFlow Life by subscribing. And maybe share this video with a friend or someone you care about who might need to hear this today. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, be kind to yourself.